Hey, good afternoon. Well, good afternoon from here anyway. And it's looking as if it's going to be a very, very rainy day. Now, if you've been watching, there's the black clouds over there. Look at that. Well, but anyway, here's my ugly face before I give you a little update on my motorcycle. It's the Yamaha M150, or is it 150M? R15M, R15M. It's actually a 150cc. Now, it's a Yamaha, and it's been a wonderful bike for me. And of course, I'm not going to be very good in this update in telling you of all of the things like economy and how much it does to the gallon and stuff like that, because quite honestly, because I drive the Raptor, which does about 11 or 12 to the gallon, anything that I put into the bike seems like just a pittance. So every time I get the my pension through, like at the beginning of the month, I just go down to the gas station and really not quite fill up, because it gets a little bit heavy. It does take 11 litres, okay, so I don't actually fill it up, but very, very close, and it really lasts me the whole month. I may have to put a couple of dollars into it, but if you work it out, it's not a hell of a lot of money anyway, because here 11 litres and it's 58 pesos a litre. Now, have to say, I've been really pleased with the bike. I saw a similar bike with the same setup. In other words, it has the bike that I saw, can't even remember what it was now, it may have been a Kawasaki, but it had the forward-leaning clip-on type of handlebars and just looked so cool. So I went looking, and this is one of the few things, we've only ever bought two things on finance. One was the little red truck, and the next one was this bike. So it was a killer to pay it off in 1 year, but that's what we did. We paid it off in 1 year, 15,000 pesos per month, and it was paid off. Probably we got really caned on the finance charges. They're not playing the good guy here when it comes to finance. Plus, if you do pay it off early, there's no settlement fee. Very backward here. I remember when I did the finance for the little red truck, they made they filled the forms out on a typewriter, so that gives you an idea. And of course that was about 10 years ago or 11 years ago. But anyway, the bike has been just a constant source of joy to me since I got it. And when things are getting a little bit tight towards the end of the month, I can go on the bike. Now, I've had the bike now, I think, 3 years. It's definitely coming up. I didn't think it was that long. Hasn't seemed to be that long, but it has been a joy to me. Now, for those of you who are getting on in years, the same as me, if you're concerned about taking on something like a bike at later age, I got to tell you that when I went to look at this bike, I sat on it and I thought, it's too big. It's only a 150, but what these motorcycle firms have done, you don't get big engine bikes here in the Philippines, not in the main anyway. The normal is about 150. Now, there are some bigger bikes. There are some quite powerful, quite sporty what I call scooter bikes, which I was in love with the look of the bike here. Because it really is a beautiful looking bike. It's really almost a full fairing, what I call dressed. Now, would you believe I've had it for almost 3 years and it's only done 5,000, I think it's 5,600 kilometers, that's all. So it's been very, very lightly used, and rather than fiddle about with it, in order to keep it, initially, in order to keep it within the warranty, you have to have it serviced on their terms. I didn't pay any attention to that. When I went in and had it, when I went in to make the payment, I would just have it serviced. Now, at that time, it was very cheap to have it serviced, so I'd have an oil change. There's nothing wrong with it. It's only done a few hundred or possibly 1,000 kilometers, so there's nothing really to do. Just check the fluids, and that was about it. So it was oil changed it's had probably 5 or 6 oil changes in its 6,000 kilometers. So you can see that it's been very, very lightly used. Plus, even though I am a born-again biker, as I describe myself, being of a great age, I'm not a boy racer. So, well, I don't feel that I am anyway. And especially with the roads here, riding on a bike, it does have its risks. So I've got to make that clear. But to say that the Filipinos don't have any rules of the road is not true. They do have their rules, but they're just way, way different to anything that a Westerner will have. And for a lot of the Westerners that I have, I'm waving to 2 of our passing school kids coming home from school. There we are. Out on the road there, about this time, well, no, what am I saying about this time? Around the 4 o'clock mark, it's full of kids going home, all going up that way, and always waving. And if I get caught down there by the gate, they're going to come over, and if just one gets the courage up to come over and do the hand to the forehead, saying bless, then they'll all do it, and I'll have to run away. I should be so lucky. But anyway, so the bike has actually done very little. So now that I've finished prepping you, I'll put you over onto what I'm looking at, which I have to turn off for.